YouTube? Jeff Tuffin here with episode 11 of the Glorious Podcast, discussing what happened on Smackdown Live last night. Smackdown Live was better than Raw this week. Let me get that out of the way to, clear that up, because that's usually the debate every week. Smackdown won the week for me, in my opinion. But let's talk about Smackdown. They open up Smackdown pretty good. I like the opening to Smackdown. They teased us real good, too, thinking it would be like a really good episode of Smackdown. Having AJ Styles open the show. I figured he'd open the show. Obviously, he won the title. If you didn't know, I don't know. I don't know how anyone doesn't know at this point. He won the title at MSG on Friday night at a live event. So he's the U.S. champ now. He opens the show and he says he's bringing back the U.S. Open Challenge. Shit. And you guessed it, Cena is the one who answers the challenge. I figured that would happen because he was pretty much talking about Cena in the entire thing. So then they think, they tease us real good here, thinking we're going to get Cena Styles, a pay-per-view caliber match on SmackDown to open the show. I just knew it wasn't happening. I'm like, they're not going to give us this here. They wouldn't do it right here on SmackDown to open the show. And of course, Kevin Owens comes out, and then Rusev comes from behind. And I figured it would lead to a tag match, which would main event the show later in the night. But really good opening segment, though. I liked it. I liked how, I don't know if Styles is bringing this back every week or it was just whatever, but I hope he's bringing it back. I hope we see this every week. Styles defends the U.S. title on SmackDown. That would be pretty cool. I remember when Cena used to do it 2 years ago. It was a good part of the show. It was something I'd look forward to every Monday, what Cena's Open Challenge would be, because it'd usually be a good match. You never know who it would be, you know what I mean? We saw Sami Zayn debut against Cena 2 years ago. That was an amazing match they had. Even if we knew Cena would win the match a few years ago, it would still be good wrestling, very good matches. So hopefully we get that with Styles, and it's just we see some names we don't expect show up on SmackDown to take the Open Challenge. So that's how they open the show. Overall, pretty good. And then we get a appearance. We saw him last week, but this is his first appearance in an actual one-on-one match. We saw him in the Battle Royal last week, but Ty Dillinger makes a appearance on SmackDown one-on-one against the champion, the WWE champion, Jinder Mahal. Finally, Ty Dillinger is appearing. People were getting so pissed. We weren't seeing Ty Dillinger. We saw him last week. I couldn't believe my eyes last week when I saw him out there in the Battle Royal. And it was, he was gone for 8 weeks or whatever it was. They just had nothing for him. Finally, they're bringing him back, getting him on there. And he has a pretty good match against Jinder Mahal, the WWE champion. I mean, of course, you're probably thinking, Ty Dillinger should go over. But then I think we're sometimes forgetting that Jinder Mahal is the WWE champion. And I do it all the time. But Jinder Mahal as a WWE champion, let me give me an opinion on that. When I first saw Jinder Mahal win the title, I was not behind it. I was kind of I was skeptical about it. Let's just say that. I wasn't 100%. I was whatever. And then, let me see how this goes. Maybe it will go well. Maybe it will go bad. I didn't really know what to think of it when he won it back at Backlash. I'm not even going to lie to you. At this point now, Jinder Mahal has really grown on me. I kind of like it. The idea of him being the champion, he's done a really good job with the title. It's not like he's done completely awful. It's been a success so far, in my opinion. He's getting good heel heat. His promos. I mean, a lot of the promos he says are the same. But, you know what I mean? They all have the same point and all, but he's getting heat. That's the one thing. If a heel can actually draw heat from the crowd, he's doing his job. And that's what Jinder Mahal is doing. So I really like what I'm seeing out of Jinder Mahal as champion. But he picks up the win over Ty Dillinger. Then we get a little match here. Xavier Woods versus Jey Uso. Xavier Woods making a rare appearance in the ring. Everyone gets thrown from ringside. Xavier Woods picks up the win. Nothing special here, just building up for their match at Battleground. Shinsuke Nakamura and Baron Corbin are supposed to have a match. I figured something would happen where they wouldn't have the match because they'll have a match at Battleground. Now, there is a rumor going around that they'll have a match at SummerSlam as well, and Baron Corbin will put the briefcase on the line, the Money in the Bank briefcase, and I'm hearing that Vince apparently wants to put the briefcase on Shinsuke. Now, I love Shinsuke. I love Baron Corbin as well. I just think it would be an awful idea to take the briefcase off Corbin. Unless they're just going to give Corbin the title some other way, I really think Corbin, he has the potential to be a WWE champion. I want to see Shinsuke be a WWE champion as well, but I don't necessarily want to see him win it through a briefcase. I mean, usually the briefcase is better for a heel, so I feel like they really should keep the briefcase on Corbin. I hope that rumor is false. Maybe they do put it on the line. Maybe they just have Corbin win the match or something. But I hope that rumor is not. But they get into a brawl, and then it sets up a match at Battleground. I'm sure that will lead to another match at SummerSlam. Women's action tag team match. Natalya and Tamina defeat Charlotte and Becky. Lana gets involved. Apparently, like, Tamina and Lana are forming some type of, thing. Tamina will be like a manager or whatever. They also announce a 5-way match to determine the number 1 contender for the SmackDown Live Women's Championship. That will be at Battleground, and the winner of that match will face whoever the champion is at SummerSlam. Right now, Naomi, but potentially Carmella if she cashes in the briefcase. But yeah, it'll be a fatal 5-way. I don't know why Naomi hasn't been defending the title on pay-per-view. She didn't defend it at Money in the Bank. She's been defending it a lot on SmackDown, but she hasn't been defending it at the pay-per-view. Which, I don't know, kind of weird. I don't really mind it. At least she's defending it. I kind of get mad when I see people who have titles, kind of like Brock Lesnar, who never shows up. At least Naomi's showing up on the weekly basics. So, I don't know. I don't know why they're doing it on SmackDown. They had 3 matches with Lana, and then I don't know. What else? The main event match. AJ Styles, John Cena pick up the win over Kevin Owens and Rusev. Tag team match. Nothing special here, just basic tag match, decent tag match to end the show. A lot of tag matches. I feel like SmackDown's always had a lot of tag matches, even before the brand split a year ago. But they pick up the win. Obviously, Styles is taking on, I'm guessing, they didn't announce that last night, did they? I'm pretty sure there'll be a match between them at Battleground. And then Cena's taking on Rusev in a flag match at Battleground as well. I'm pretty sure Cena will end up getting the win there. Even on Talking Smack, they hyped it up like he would. I forgot about one thing here. Sami Zayn and Mike and Maria backstage. They get into it. Smash a glass over Sami Zayn's head. They're going to have a match at Battleground, I'm pretty sure. They haven't announced it. I thought they would announce it on Talking Smack. I was just waiting for them to announce it, and they never actually announced it. Pretty sure next week we'll get that announcement, but expect to see Mike Kanellis. I'm going to keep calling him Mike Bennett. It's just so weird calling him Mike Kanellis. I'm not going to get used to this. But expect to see him and Sami Zayn have a match at Battleground as well. Pretty sure that will get announced next week. And surprised they didn't do it on Talking Smack when Sami Zayn was on that. But they had a segment backstage again. That should lead to a match. Like I said, SmackDown better than Raw. It was just a smoother show than Raw. Once again, it's just another example of Raw being too long. Raw might have been 2 hours. It could have been a real solid week for WWE if Raw was 2 hours. Just so much nonsense on Raw this week, and SmackDown didn't really have much of that nonsense because they had the 2 hours. They got, they get rate the business on SmackDown. They got no time to waste. Like Raw has all the time in the world to waste. So yeah, I like SmackDown this week. I gave Raw, what was it, a 6.5 out of 10 or a 6 out of 10? I'll give SmackDown a 7. So SmackDown just beat it in my opinion. Like I said, Raw picked up steam toward the end. That's why I'm saying if it was 2 hours, it would have been almost equal this week for me. But I'll give SmackDown the win this week. One more show, I think, till Battleground next week. Go home show. Hopefully it's a good show next week. That's it, guys, for this week. Please subscribe. We'll have a video later this week. I'll be discussing who I think Kurt Angle was on the phone with on Monday Night Raw and who the whoever he was talking to and who's going to show up on Raw next week. There'll be a video on that on Thursday or Friday this week regarding that. So subscribe for that. Leave a like. Hit that subscribe button as well. Don't forget that. Follow me on Twitter as well. Link will be listed in the description below. And I'll see you sometime later this week, right here on the Glorious Podcast.